Let's wait and see who comes on. Good morning, Betty and Gay, my little darlings. I'm gonna put on some music in the background. Can you girls just send me a little comment telling me if it's too loud or too quiet? Let me know if you can hear my talking over the music. I'll be sitting back here. Is the music too soft or too loud? Can you hear me clearly? Just type me a little comment letting me know about the music. It's great. Thank you, Betty. Perfect. We'll just give it a few more minutes for people to jump online. Hi, Sophie. Welcome. Okay, Sophie just needs a little minute to put me up on the big screen. We got Sophie and Georgia tuned in from New Zealand. Got Gay and Betty from down the Gold Coast. Give it a little bit longer. So make sure you've got a little drink of water next to you today. Today's class is a little bit more of a flow. It's going to heat you up from your core, a little bit of strengthening in here. Cool. So you're all good, Soph? We can... Perfect. Alright, so I was just saying, get yourself a drink of water if you haven't got one close by. Today's class is going to be a little bit more energetic than the one on Saturday. So... Everyone just take a seat anywhere on your mat. Just get yourself centered. Shelley's watching from Bali. Good morning, Shelley. Take a few deep breaths here. You can close your eyes if you want. Resting your hands on your knees. Palms up or palms down, wherever you feel comfortable. We'll just take a few deep breaths here to ground ourselves before this practice. And a few moments here to sit and acknowledge our abundance and what we're grateful for today. In these trying times, we've just got to support our inner as much as our outer. And focusing on the little things can make such a difference in our world when there's so many big things going on. So as you're taking a deep breath and just visualize in your mind a few things that you're grateful for here today. Sometimes we get so roped into the negativity and the energy that's pumping around us and we forget about the little things. So I'm grateful today for the blue skies. I went for a lovely walk this morning and just that's something that you can take for granted sometimes. Just, Mother Nature turns it on for us all the time. We don't have to ask her to do it, she's always giving. I'm also thankful for being online, being able to offer you girls all around the world a class like this. This is such an awesome way for me to practice and to get used to speaking as if I'm running a class. So I thank you, and I'm grateful for you guys for watching me and allowing me to practice for you. So a few more deep breaths here. What are you grateful for today? Something I've been called to share with you just now is that material things in our day-to-day life, they don't define who we are. So our jobs, now that most of us aren't doing them anymore, and that's not how we're spending 8 hours a day, 5 days a week, we forget who we are without that interference, without that sense of identity. And that can be really hard for some people. It can be confusing not having that daily routine that you have to do, that you think might define who you are. You are not your job. You are not your business. You are not your company. You are not just that worker bee, in order to survive. You are who you are in here. The external does not matter, and in this situation we have to sit with that and realize that, because we forget. We get so roped up in our day-to-day lives, in our jobs, in our chores, and all the things that we think we need to do, and that's not who we are. This is who we are. The person sitting here and giving to themselves in this time of need. So I felt to share that with you. Some people really struggle not having their work. Try to enjoy it, because it's not going to last forever. So thank you, everyone. I hope that you've brought some of your own gratitude to today, the things that are making you happy and well in this moment. And today's practice is going to be a little bit more energetic. So we're just going to start seated as you are. And we're just going to warm up our necks. So just turn your heads to the side and back to the front and to the other side. And you can look down and you can look up and just find, is there any parts in your neck that are feeling tight that you could just stretch a little bit more? Find what feels good for you here. You can do head rolls. You can go side to side. If you want a little bit more on your neck, you can place the opposite hand down onto the ground. So dropping your head to the right, you can drop your left arm, or vice versa. You'll just feel a little bit more of a stretch down here. And then if you turn your head a little bit to face your shoulder, you'll feel it even more, but a little bit further back. So you can play around with where you're wanting your stretch to be on your neck today. Yoga classes, they do have structure, but I strongly believe in following your body's intuition and what feels good for you at that time. So please, throughout this session that I'm about to do, if you feel that anything's a bit too much for you, or you're feeling pain, just drop down into a child's pose or a downward dog, or just listen to your body. That's the best thing you can do today. So we'll just roll our shoulders back now, moving our way down the body, warming up. Some shoulder rolls. You can go backwards and forwards. You can do one at a time. You can shrug, squeeze up to your ears, and then drop. Try that with an inhale. Squeeze up and inhale, and drop and exhale. Do one more of these. Inhale, and exhale. Now we're just going to do some cat and cow seating here, so with our spine. So we're going to inhale and push our chest forward. You can hold your knees here and bring your shoulders back, neck long. Inhale. On the exhale, you curl your shoulders forward, arch your stomach in. You can lean back from your knees if you want, just pull that extra bit into your back. So we'll inhale. Look up to the sky too if that feels nice. And exhale, looking down to your navel. Inhale. Exhale. Now do this a few more times and speed it up a little bit. Follow your breath with your movement, and we'll cultivate some heat and some energy in our bellies here. So inhale, exhale. All through the nose if you can. If you haven't got a cold, try and breathe through your nose the whole time. So inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Now this is Kundalini breathing. If you're not familiar with that, Kundalini is a snake-like energy that lives at the base of our spine, and it can be activated or it can lay dormant. And Kundalini yoga is a lot to do with connecting the rapid breath with the body and cultivating this energy. So a couple more breaths like this. Perfect. We're just going to use that energy now and make some spirals. Leaving your hips and your glutes rooted to the earth here. Just moving from the waist up. You can hold onto your knees to give yourself some balance. Just go one way. You can go as fast as you like or as slow as you like, whatever feels good for you right now. And work on doing the in-breath when you're forward and the exhale as you come back. So just like when we're doing the cat-cow. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Reverse the other way. Exhale, inhale. One more time. Alright, come back to center. Take a deep breath here. Close your eyes. I'm sure if you're anything like me, you can feel that energy that you've created now. Started to warm up the body and fasten our breath. Now we're going to plant our left palm on the ground. We're going to inhale. Reach our right arm up to the ceiling, and we're going to slowly side stretch to the left. So if you feel good right here, then stay here. We're focusing on lifting our right shoulder to the sky. So we're opening up our chest here, we're keeping our neck long. We're going to try not to hunch our shoulders. Shoulders down, neck long, and you can look up and under that right arm. If you're wanting any more, please walk your hand out to the side. Take it to wherever feels good for you. Come down to your elbow if that is accessible to you today. But keep in mind that your right glute has to stay grounded. So if you're lifting off the ground, just bring yourself up a little bit more until it's back on the ground. So we're just going to hold here and breathe. If you've got a neck injury or if this is too much for your neck, then just face the front. Just keep your head level here. Otherwise, look up and under that arm. Deep breaths. come back up to center. And we'll swap arms. Plant your right palm on the ground. Inhale, left arm reaches up to the sky. And take your stretch. You may find that you start up here, and then after a few breaths your body lets go a little bit more and a little bit more, and allows you to get closer to the ground and into a deeper stretch. Remember to relax your shoulders, keep them away from your neck, from your head. Bring your eye gaze to wherever feels comfortable for your neck. And keep that left hip rooted to the ground. If you're feeling very flexible today and you're in this position and you're all the way on the ground and you want a little bit more, put some pressure into your right hand and push yourself away. I'm not sure if you can see me moving like that, but if you just push yourself a little bit away and just reach that arm a little bit more, it'll intensify that stretch down your right hand side. Another breath here. Inhale back up to center. We're just going to take a forward fold here from seated. Just loosen up that spine a bit from those nice stretches you've just done. Find your own little movement here. If you want to just go straight down to the ground and hold it there, please do so. If you want to sit on your elbows and just give yourself a little snake-like wiggle, however feels good to release that back. Alright, from here we're going to come up onto all fours. So I've got my mat situated a little bit on an angle today to see if that's better for you to see my body and my movements. We've now got my daddy watching as well. Hi, Dad. Alright, so just take a couple of cat-cows here in all fours. So knees hip-width distance apart, hands directly under your shoulders. You want to make sure the weight is spread evenly throughout your hands here today. We don't want it to be back onto your wrists, and we don't want it to be too far onto your fingers. You want to feel it right on that top of your palm. Spread it evenly and spread your fingers too. It helps give you a bit more balance. So at your own pace, cat-cow. Inhale to drop your belly. Make sure your shoulders are away from your ears here. Sometimes we hunch like this and it could cause us some neck strain. So inhale to drop your belly, exhale to round out. Inhale to drop, exhale to round. Continue doing this at your own pace with your own breath, slow or fast, whatever mood you're in today. And I want to invite you now to add a bit of intuitive free flow. So, take a few dips, bend yourself to the side, flow a little bit. If this is something you've never done before, just follow me. Or if you know what your body likes in this position, then please go ahead and just take a little time to get into any spaces that you want to get into. Okay, bring yourself back up to tabletop. We're going to ignite a little bit of fire in our core. So make sure your hands are planted firmly on the ground. Still, your wrists are underneath your shoulders. I want you to tuck your big toes under, and we're just going to lift our knees here. Just an inch or two off the ground. Just hovering here. You feel that fire in your core or in your arms. Inhale and release back to the ground. Very good. Take it back into a child's pose just briefly. One inhale and an exhale. Bring yourself back up to tabletop. We're going to do that one more time. Tuck your toes under and hover. Inhale, exhale, release. Send it back to child's pose. Now scoop your arms back down to your side. So we're palms facing up, our hands are planted on the ground, back near our feet. And just relax here for a breath or two. Fully relax your shoulders and your head and your neck, and you'll just feel the stretch between your scapula and your upper back. On your next inhale, bring yourself back up to tabletop. Find your positioning again here, knees hip-width distance apart and your hands beneath your shoulders. Now, engage your core here. So just hold your lower belly in strong. We want to find some balance. I want you to kick your left leg back, toes tucked. Give it a little bit of a stretch if you like. Push back onto those toes, heels towards the back wall. And find your balance. So engage your core. We're going to lift our right arm and then lift your left leg off the ground. So find your balance. Your head should be looking directly down to the ground, so in between your hands. You don't want to look up to the front or to the side, so then your spine isn't straight. And we're going to touch elbow to knee. We're going to do 5 rounds. So inhale, elbow and knee meet in the middle underneath your stomach. Exhale. It's 1. Inhale. That's 2. Inhale. That's 3. Inhale. 4. Inhale. 5. Now reach your arm back out to the front and place it down. We'll go on the other side. You can shake out your left hand or your left arm if that was a bit much. Find your balance, kick your right leg back, tuck your toes, give it a little bit of a stretch, push back that heel to the back wall. Now we're going to raise our left arm and our right leg into a straight line. We're going to do 5 on this side. So inhale, elbow and knee reach under your belly. Exhale. 1. Inhale. Exhale. 2. Inhale. Exhale. 3. Inhale. Exhale. 4. Inhale. Exhale. That's 5. Touch yourself back down, push back into child's pose. Arms out in front or down by your side, whichever feels good for you after that one. Alright, come back up now, sitting on your knees. We're going to bring ourselves up onto our knees. We're going to kick our left leg out to the side. I might go side on here so you can see me. So, left leg out to the side, right leg down underneath. Our left hand is going to be on our left leg. Make sure your toes are parallel to your mat here. And our right arm is going to reach up. So on the inhale, we're going to lengthen, reach up to the sky. Remember to keep your shoulders dropped and your neck long. And we're going to slide that left hand down the left leg and take a side stretch here. Try not to put any weight onto that left hand. You don't want to be pushing into that leg. Just gently have it touching wherever your stretch is going to today. Remember to keep your chest open, tilt that top shoulder to the sky. On your next inhale, come back up to center. Now we're going to drop that right hand to the ground. Left hand is going to go up. So we're opposite way now. We're stretching out that left side. Your left foot is still grounded. Hand up to the sky, look up to your fingertips. And then take that stretch up and over, keeping your gaze up to the sky if that feels good for your neck. Very good. We're going to do one more just like that. So on your next inhale, bring yourself back up to the center. Swap arms. Left hand to left leg, right arm up to the sky. Inhale. On your exhale, slide yourself down that left leg. Holding here. On your next inhale, core engaged, bring yourself back up to the center. Swap arms. Drop that right hand to the ground, left hand up. Inhale. And up and over. Feel that lovely stretch from the tips of your fingers down to the toes. Engage your core. Inhale, bring yourself back up to center. And swap legs. Right foot now out to the side. Toes parallel with the yoga mat here. We don't want your foot to be pointing to the front. It'll give you a completely different stretch. Today we're going to work on keeping our foot parallel. Have a little look back too. See where your back leg is. If it's off to one side or the other, try and keep it in a straight line directly behind your knee. That won't cause any extra strain in your knee there. So we're going to right hand on right leg. Inhale, left hand to the sky, shoulders dropped, neck long. Inhale, exhale, slide down that leg. Remember to keep this hand weightless on top of your leg. Your right hand's just gently resting there. Chest open. Inhale, bring yourself to center. Exhale, off to the other side. Left hand touches the ground, right hand up to the sky. Look up to the ceiling. And on your next inhale, reach up and over. Keeping your gaze up underneath your right armpit. Engage your core. Inhale and bring yourself back up to center. Swap sides, one more. Inhale, arm up, left hand up. Exhale, slide down the right leg. Remember to keep your core engaged through all of this work. As soon as you let that go, then your lower back and your hips and your pelvis let go as well, and that could be causing extra strain where it's not needed. So you don't have to keep your tummy completely tight, but at least 30%, and that just it just adds extra protection for our lower backs and our spines. So inhale, back up to center here, and last one, over to the left hand side. Inhale, arm up to the ceiling. Exhale, up and over. Brings you back up to the center. Now, we're just going to push ourselves now into downward facing dog. So wherever you are on your mat, just find your center, plant your palms, tuck your toes under, and push yourself up into downward facing dog. Pedal it out here. If you don't know what I mean by pedal it out, I just mean bend one leg, straighten the other. And feel that stretch on that one side, and then swap over. You want to make sure that the weight is spread evenly through your hands here, and also through your feet. If you stop your pedaling out and you're here just holding downward dog, try and focus on the weight being distributed evenly through all four corners that you're touching the mat. So a couple of breaths here in downward facing dog. And slowly walk yourself up to the front of the mat into a forward fold. Generously bend your knees here and just relax your upper body. You can loop your arms if that feels good and just hang. Sway side to side, shake your head yes or no. You can have a little bounce, feeling your upper body and your neck just loose and relaxed. So make sure your feet are just a fist width distance apart. And just bend your knees generously, and we're going to slowly roll up to mountain pose. So take your time here. Hang your head and your arms, vertebrae by vertebrae, up to Tadasana. Once you reach the top, give yourself some shoulder rolls, loosening up here. Just stand in mountain pose for a second. Close your eyes here. Ground your feet. Make sure that weight is distributed evenly. Make sure your legs aren't locked here, just a soft bend in your knees. This is a great grounding pose. If you're ever feeling a bit like you're up in the air or a bit flighty, to stand in this position, for me, is fantastic. Feeling the earth holding all of my weight. Now, you can open your eyes, take a deep breath in, reach up to the sky, bend your knees, and we're going to swan dive forward. So bend from the hips and float back down to forward fold. So we're just going to do that one more time. Generously bend your knees, roll yourself back up to standing. As slow as you want. Finish with some shoulder rolls. Close your eyes and stand in your mountain pose. Knees slightly bent, palms to the front. Alright, bend your knees, reach up to the sky. Inhale. Float yourself forward. Plant your palms, step yourself back to downward facing dog, and just pedal that out. Alright, walk yourself back up to standing. I'm going to take you through now sun salutations. So we're going to do a few repetitions of sun salutation A and sun salutation B. Now, this is where we start to find some fire and some movement and some strength. So if you have any injuries, you know what you can and can't do. If there's anything that I do that you can't, you can find a way to either skip past it or go into a more relaxing pose. But we're going to start feet together at the front of our mats. So just like we were in mountain pose, but feet together. Alright, so each move in this sequence follows our breath. So I'll be saying inhale and exhale as we do each position. So we start, exhale all your air out. Inhale, root to rise, arms up to the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. So this is when you straighten your legs and you want to create a flat back. So whether you want your hands up here on your thighs or your shins or the ground, just don't have them on your knees. Don't be pushing and locking your knees out. So halfway lift is an inhale. Exhale, we're going to plant our palms. We're going to jump or step back to plank and take a chaturanga. So a chaturanga is when we bend our arms, elbows stay close to the body. We hover just a little bit off the ground. And then we come through to our cobra, or if you're already feeling quite warmed up dog, which is where you straighten your knees and you're lifting yourself just from the tops of your feet. So, up dog is an inhale. Exhale to downward facing dog. Inhale to step, jump or hop back to the front of your mat into your halfway lift. Exhale to forward fold. Inhale, root to rise, up to the sky. And exhale, bring your hands to your heart. So that is sun salutation A. So we're just going to do that a few repetitions. Hopefully it's not too difficult and you're able to follow. So yeah, let's give it another go. So take one inhale. Exhale. Inhale, bend your knees, arms up to the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your palms, jump, hop or step back to plank, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, hop, step or jump back to your halfway lift. That was an inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root to rise. Exhale, hands to heart. Very good. Inhale. Exhale. Another repetition. Inhale, root to rise. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, halfway lift, jump to the front. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root to rise. Exhale, hands to heart. Very good. That's repetition 3. We're going to do 5, so 2 more. Take an inhale. Exhale. Inhale, root to rise, arms up to the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your palms, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, jump or step up to the front, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root to rise. Exhale, hands to heart. Good job. I hope you're feeling a bit of warmth and some fire happening in there today. Last repetition. Take an inhale. Exhale. All right, inhale, root to rise, arms up to the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your palms. Hop, step or jump back, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, hop, step or jump up to your forward fold. Your halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root to rise, arms up to the sky. Exhale, hands to heart. Good job, everyone. That is sun salutation A. So B is a little bit more complicated. There's a few more extra steps and poses, asanas in there. So we're going to do it 5 times as well. I'll walk you through the first one with the inhales and exhales. So we start just as we did for sun salutation A. So we take an inhale and an exhale. Now we begin our inhale into chair pose. So if you haven't done it before, this is chair pose. You want your big toes to be touching, your heels to be slightly apart, you want your knees to be touching, and you've got yourself on this kind of angle as if you're sitting on a chair. Something to focus on here or to look at is to not have your back arched and your bottom sticking out. Tuck your tailbone under here, and that's engaging your core as well. And you want your arms to be out in front of you. You want to be able to see your fingers, so not too far behind your head, otherwise you're going to strain your neck. You should be able to wiggle your pinky fingers and see them in your peripherals. So take that position, that's our inhale, chair pose. Exhale, we're going to forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the palms, chaturanga. Exhale for chaturanga. Inhale to up dog or cobra. Exhale to downward facing dog. Now we're going to step our left foot through to between our hands. You can lift your right heel, and we're going to take a high lunge. So make sure that your knee is not out in front of your foot or behind it. You want it to be stacked as a right angle here, 90-degree angle. Your back leg, your heels lifted. You can be down on your knee if that feels better for you today, or you can take a full lunge. But this is our inhale, arms up to the sky. Hands to heart if that's too much for you, or keep your hands on your hips. But that's our inhale. Exhale, we plant our palms, we take another chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, our right foot steps through. We take our high lunge. That's an inhale. Exhale, back to chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, hop step or jump up to your halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, back to chair. Exhale, reach up to the ceiling. And bring your hands to your heart. Wow, it's actually really hard to talk and do this at the same time. So this is what I'm learning for today. All right, so that was round one. So we'll do that again. So make sure your toes are touching here and your heels are a little bit apart. Getting ready for our chair. Let's take a few breaths here. All right, take an inhale and an exhale. Your next inhale brings you to chair pose. So inhale, remember to keep that bottom tucked under, knees together, neck long. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step back to chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, step the left leg through, high lunge. Exhale, back down to chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right foot steps through, high lunge. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, hop, step or jump back to your halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, stretch up and slight back bend if it's accessible today. And bring your hands to your heart. Well done, that was round two. 3 more to go. Sort out your business. Hands to heart, take an inhale. Exhale. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, step the left foot through, high lunge. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right foot steps through, high lunge. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, step, hop or jump back to your forward halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, up to the ceiling, slight back bend. Inhale, hands to heart. Hoo-wee. That was number 3, wasn't it? Oh, we've got some new friends watching. Hi, everybody. All right, 2 more just like that. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, step the left foot through, high lunge. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right foot steps through, high lunge. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, chair. Exhale, reach to the ceiling, slight back bend. Inhale, hands to heart. Very good. One more round and then we can have a little drink. Take a breath, inhale. Exhale. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left foot steps through, high lunge. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right foot steps through, high lunge. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, hop, step or jump to the front, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, chair. Exhale, hands to the sky, slight back bend. Inhale, hands to heart. Good job, everyone. Give yourself a shake out. Maybe that's the first time any of you have done sun salutations. I know it's the first time I've tried to do it whilst talking, so it's definitely first for all of us. If you've got a drink there, have a little drink if you need it. Hi Richard, hi Roz, hi Ricky. We've got all the R's watching. So I've just looked at the time and it's already been 45 minutes, so I might have to... I had all these ideas of other moves to do, but what I'll do is I'll save it for another class. I do want to take you through a meditation today. It was something I felt to share. I feel like a chakra balancing meditation wouldn't be a bad thing at this point in time. But before I take you there, we'll just do a little bit of a warm down and some stretches after that, those sun salutations. So, a really good one for the opening of our chest and the front of our shoulders. There's a lot of chaturangas and a lot of push-ups in those sequences, and for some of us we don't do them very often, so I think a nice stretch through the front here. If you've got a little cushion or a pillow nearby, please grab it. If you don't worry, it doesn't matter. We're going to lay on our bellies. And I want you to put your right arm out to the side. I hope you can see me. And have that cushion sitting just above your right shoulder. So plant that right palm on the ground. What we're going to do is plant that left palm close to our breast, to our chest here. And we're going to push ourselves up and over onto the right hand side of our body. If you need to just shuffle your hip or your chest a little bit over to the left to get up onto the side, you can lay your head on that pillow. We're pushing ourselves up and away, and you'll feel a very deep stretch through the front of your right shoulder and your chest. I'm not very flexible in this position, and so I already feel it here, but if you are wanting more,
there are options to lift your left leg, and you can bring it up and around, placing the sole of your foot on the ground, keeping your knee bent. That just helps to balance you. You probably don't need your arm. If you're wanting even more, you can lift that left arm up to the sky and let it fall back behind you. So just let gravity take over. I can't quite do it because I'm not flexible in that way, but some people can just let that arm fall all the way back down to the ground, and it's just a very, very intense chest opening position. So just find what feels good for you today in this position. I feel it enough right here. Just take a couple of breaths into that muscle. After a few breaths, you'll probably feel it loosen up a little bit, and you might be able to just take yourself into that next step. Take it a little bit deeper. Don't overdo it. Find your edge. You want to find the balance. All right, take another inhale here. On your next exhale, just slowly release. Just bring yourself back really slowly, because that's a very intense stretch on that side. Back to the center. And slowly bring that right arm back in. We're going to swap it over. So move your pillow over to the left shoulder. Put your left arm out. Right hand planted in your chest. Start pushing yourself over to the left now. Scoot your hips and your chest through if you need a little bit more help there. And find the stretch on the other side. Maybe you'll find that one side is a lot more flexible than the other, and you can go straight into a deeper position. You know, we're symmetrical looking, but definitely not in every aspect. There's always one side that's stronger or more flexible or tighter. Relax yourself here. Take deep breaths into the stretch. If you want that little bit extra, reach your arm up to the sky and fall backwards. You can take it back, but just make sure that you're not twisting your arm. You want your shoulder, your right shoulder, to be open here as well. So you want your palm to be facing the wall. Your thumb towards the front of your mat. And then let it fall back. Take another inhale here. On the exhale, slowly bring yourself back to center. Bring your arms in by your side slowly. Move your little cushion out of the way. Push yourself back into child's pose. And you can just roll yourself out here a little bit. Roll side to side. If your forehead is able to touch the mat here, just, roll out your third eye a little bit. You can have a bit of a brow massage. If you want to bring your hands in to rest your head down, you can do that too and still get your brow massage. Let's open our knees here to the edges of our mats. We'll just take an extended child's pose as well. So drop your chest down to the ground in between your legs. Your toes should be touching and your knees should be open about the width of your mat. So palms planted out to the front. Your head resting on the ground if it can, and just put some power into your hands. Push yourself back a little bit. You want to try and push your bum back onto your heels or towards that back wall. Giving yourself that little push will take the stretch a little bit deeper. So hold here for a few breaths. On your next inhale,
bring yourself back up. Now I just want to invite you to take a few minutes to do any other stretches or poses that you feel your body needs. We did a lot of movement there, and if you want to take a king pigeon to stretch out your hip flexors or your glutes, please do that. If you want to just do some forward folds or some butterfly stretches, anything else that you feel you need to do, I'm just going to allow you a few minutes for that. I just go have a little drink. I've just turned off my light now. I'd like to get you all into Shavasana. So finish off the last little stretches that you were doing and find a comfortable spot laying on your mat. So lying on your back with your feet out as wide as the mat and your arms resting down by your side, palms up to the sky. Lift and tuck your shoulders in underneath your back to open up your chest in this position, and just drop your chin a little bit towards your chest, and that'll finish lengthening off and straightening your spine. So if you are at home, which I know pretty much all of you are, you're welcome to grab a pillow, place that under your head or your shoulders. Just find yourself comfortable position. So it's been about 55 minutes, and this was going to be an hour's class, but I'm about to start the meditation, and it will probably be about 15-20 minutes. If you haven't got enough time right now, that's fine. You can always come back when you've got time and do it then. But otherwise, if you have time, get yourself in your comfortable position and just enjoy. Closing down your eyes now. Focusing on your breath here. Slow, deep breaths in and long, gentle exhales. What I feel called to share with you in meditation today is a chakra balancing meditation. Now, if there's anyone out there who is unfamiliar with the chakras or what a chakra is, there are 7 main chakras in our body, and they are energy centers. And they're placed in 7 different points along our spinal column, starting from the base of our spine all the way up to the crown of our head. And all these chakras are connected to various organs and glands within our bodies. So they're responsible for distributing our life force energy, which you may also know as chi or prana. So whenever a chakra is disrupted or blocked, the life energy also gets blocked. So when the balance of the 7 chakras is unsettled or damaged, it can cause several problems in our lives. Sometimes we don't even realize that it might be linked to something like this, but it can interfere with our physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual well-being. So this meditation is designed to loosen any blockages that you may have around your chakras and balance out any stuck energy. So with everything that's going on right now, we may have a lot of stuck energy, a lot of blockages that we don't even know are there. So I want to take you through each 7 chakra and just acknowledge it and let go and offer it what it may need to be fully healed. So now breathe down to the base of your spine. This is your root chakra, your chakra of belonging. Let it soften and expand on your breath, taking in nourishment and life force energy. Allow your root chakra to connect down deep into Mother Earth and invite in the color red, the color of the earth. Shower your root chakra with this color, empowering, embodying, grounding you in the here and now. Let it take what it needs and say the words, I am here. I have a right to be here as I am. The earth supports me. When you are ready, allow your awareness to move up to your belly, in between your pelvic bone and belly button, to your sacral chakra, your chakra of emotional intelligence, choice, creativity, movement and pleasure. Breathe into your sacral area. Let it gently soften and expand with your breath, taking in nourishment and life force energy. And invite in orange, the color of the setting sun. Shower your sacral chakra with orange, balancing, empowering, motivating. Giving this space attention and say the words, I honor my needs. I allow myself to be nourished. Allowing your breath to deepen as you relax more and more. When you're ready, move your awareness up to just below your breastbone, your solar plexus, your chakra of personal power. Breathe into this space, allowing your solar plexus to soften and expand with your breath. And invite in the color yellow, the color of the sun. Shower your solar plexus with sunshine, replenishing, restoring, nurturing. Let your solar plexus take what it needs. As you say the words, I value myself. I am enough. I am more than enough. When you are ready, bring your awareness up to your heart space, your chakra of self-development and unconditional love. Gently breathe into your heart, letting it soften and expand with your breath. And invite in the color green, the color of fresh, luscious grass. Shower your heart center with nourishment, renewal, and healing. Let your heart take what it needs and say these words. I am greatly loved. I allow allow myself to give and receive love freely. I am nourished by the power of love. Now moving up to your neck, to your throat chakra, the chakra of self-expression and personal will. Allow your throat center to soften, breathing deeply here, inviting in blue, the color of a clear autumn sky. Breathe this into your throat center, clearing, opening, freeing self-expression and creativity, and softening the need for control. Let your throat take what it needs here, and say the words, I hear and speak my truth. I express myself freely. I allow myself to go with the flow of life. When you are ready, take your focus up to your forehead, the place between your eyebrows, to your third eye, your chakra of wisdom and intuition, gently allowing it to soften and expand with your breath. Inviting in indigo, the velvety color of the night sky. Shower your third eye with indigo, soothing, balancing, bringing clarity, insight, and understanding. Let your third eye take what it needs and say these words. Everything is unfolding how it should, when it should, and as it should. Moving up now to the top of your head and our seventh chakra, your crown, your chakra of oneness. Gently invite in the color violet, softly showering your crown now, balancing, restoring, and harmonizing. Let your crown take what it needs and say the words, I am one with the universe. I am whole. When you are ready, come back to yourself as a whole, back to the ebb and flow of your breath and back to your center. Breathe into your whole body now and say the words, I am whole. I am perfect just as I am. Allow the energy of these words to shower your body, mind, emotions, and spirit. yourself back to the here and now by wiggling your fingers and toes. Become aware of the sounds around you and the air quality in the room. Slowly roll yourself onto your side into a fetal position and take a few breaths here. Now using your top and free arm planted on the ground, and just gently push yourself back up to a seated position. Take a big inhale and exhale together with me. I hope that you enjoyed this class, the fire we cultivated during our practice, and the balancing of our energies here in our chakra balancing meditation. I will be doing these classes hopefully every second or third day, so please keep following me. I appreciate all your support, and if there's anything you'd like me to do in one of these classes, send me a message. So just bring your hands into prayer position, wherever you'd like to hold them, at your heart, just under your chin, onto your third eye. My soul recognizes your soul. I honor the light, love, truth, beauty, and kindness within you, because it is also within me. In sharing these things, there is no distance and no difference between us. We are united. We are the same. We are one. Namaste. Thank you, everybody. Much love to you. I hope you have a beautiful day.